Why is land relevant? Let's have a look at this question. From a first perspective, it seems that in rural areas there's an abundance of land to be used. However, a closer view reveals that this is not the case. It's difficult for new rural activities to get access to the land they need. This is not only because new activities on the land may result in displacements of its current functions, but because also holders of properties may not be willing to transfer them. This is, for example, Lappi, the most northern region in Finland, and with 1.8 inhabitants per square kilometer, the regions with lowest population densities in Europe. Most of this land is owned by the state. Nonetheless, even here there are conflicts over access to land between the traditional reindeer herding community and other initiatives that include, for example, wind power plants or the idea of building an Arctic Ocean railroad throughout the region. New generations returning to their homelands from urban areas may face issues to regain access as well. This is the case in Lappi, but in many other areas as well. So, for new functions you need land. Current land use may be under threat from other land issues. This results in land issues. The way land issues emerge varies largely between rural regions. Mountainous areas in which there is a large diversity of development trajectories, climate change resulting in challenges to continue current land use practices, biodiversity reserves that are in need of protection and connection to enlarge biodiversity values, areas within community distance of cities, infrastructure, mining, land prices affected by the idea of urban sprawl, competition over land between different land users, including biodiversity areas, tourism, forestry, and agriculture need also consideration. Let's look at agriculture. Agriculture is the largest user of land in rural regions. In many regions, agricultural land is concentrated in the hands of only a few landowners. So a few people and companies hold most of the land. For new generations, it's very difficult to get access to land throughout the land market. Those who already own farmland and are seeking to expand their property can afford a higher price than new entrants to farming who aim to start a new farm from scratch. This explains why in many rural land markets the majority of the transactions are about enlarging current farms. Most farmers get access to land through inheritance of the farm. In this process, tradition plays a dominant role. In most regions, this tradition is patriarchal, meaning that land passes through generations from fathers to sons. Although legally females usually have achieved equal rights to farm inheritance, the practice is different. In the European Union, only 13.3% of the land held by farmers under 40 is held by females. What about public policies? Usually they are supporting the process of making farms larger based on the modernist idea that larger farms are better farms, but which policies have shortcomings in addressing current challenges of the environment, biodiversity and the development of rural farming communities. There are also differences between rural regions. In many, but not all regional areas, there are issues of quality of government. That means that not all people feel that they are treated equal by the authorities. Some parties get a priority position in having access to government services. This has an impact on the chances of new generations in rural areas. After all, public authorities may provide access to government funding, they have planning powers, and they may invest in infrastructure to facilitate rural communities. In mapping the situation of land, there are many aspects that can play a role, and it's a good idea to think about the main struggles over land in your region. In addition to the aspects we just mentioned, the land market is also influenced by matters of economy and infrastructure. For example, land markets in rural areas within 1 hour driving distance from a city are often under urbanization pressures. The higher prices potential building land may refrain owners from selling land for rural prices to other users, even in cases where it may be unlikely that land will be developed in the short term. Is this the case in your region? Are there large price differences between land fit for construction and farmland? A further issue is the number of farmers. In my own region, generation renewal means that the new farming generation has only 50% of the number of farmers compared with the previous generations. This process is already happening for 75 years. So 75 years ago we had over 8 times as many farmers as currently. Is this also the case in your region? What's happening with farmlands and farm buildings of farmers that stop? Do you think this is an alternative for this concentration of farms in the hands of fewer and fewer farmers?